welcome, Brody, free guy. It'll be about 10:08 that I'll have you request the box jar now. So you still have 7 or 8 minutes or so before we get you on. Again, I've got questions. I'm ready. My poor dog, you guys. Does anybody have, other than Benadryl and coconut oil? I'm just gonna ask, because this whole thing, self-love, self-care stuff, it's got to go for my puppers too. Allergies. Anybody's pets have allergies, and any home remedies, because my dog gets seizures, so I'm limited to medications, and we're struggling over here. But okay. If you guys are just tuning in, welcome to Lessons Learned. I'm going to let Emoji J in here in just a minute to do the introduction. I want to thank everybody for coming in. All right. Hello, everybody. You guys, oh my God. After this introduction, let me tell you all a little story about this morning. I'm so excited today. Yes, you are. I agree. God. Hello, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning, and welcome to Lessons Learned. You guys, I was telling my friends earlier, I was like, I have like some level of like extra confidence in today's show. I don't know. Last week I had really bad anxiety going into the show. Okay, so Jacob's in my stream earlier, right? And we're about to do the Q and Q here. Oh, and before anybody goes, oh my God, get your nails done. My daughter did them. I'm fully well aware what they look like. Okay, so let's just throw that out there. It's already peeling off. All I did was wash my dishes from this morning. So, okay, so remember, you guys, none of us are professionals. Okay, we're here to share a lesson life has taught us. And it's not easy to get on this show and talk about things that may have been difficult for you in your lifetime, right? Otherwise, y'all be lined up to get on my show. So rule number 1, be respectful to my guests or you are immediately removed. There are no second chances over here. I don't care. We are adults. We know how to respect one another. So let's just be about it, right? I don't have time for the negativity. I don't have time for the BS. In a world where there's so much anger and hatred, I'm over it. So if you want to hang out here, please be kind. Why is it every time I say please be kind, I want to follow it? Anybody from my age era want to finish that? Please, yes. I stopped myself twice. I was like, not rewind. This is not a godforsaken VHS, Lily. Oh, God, I could just, but, okay. All right, enough. Back on track. Get your life together, Lily. Get your life together. So, okay, as stated, we are not professionals. We are simply here to share a lesson life has taught us. And I think that this week both guests are. It's going to be a good one. I'm just going to leave it at that. Okay. We've got Jarnell coming up first and about probably 4 minutes because I haven't even done the Q&Q yet. We are going to have Jarnell, and then in the middle, we do a self-love, self-care. I ask you a couple questions, I give you a couple tips, and then we move on to Allie. And I'm excited. And I hope I said that right because she spells it a little different. And so, yeah, I hope I got that right for her. I think that's it. Oh, my Lanta, Kiwi Shell, hello, how are you? Jay, say hi, Jay. There's Jay right there. Emoji Jay, guys. He is my admin. If you do have a lesson that you'd like to share and you'd like to be on my show, please reach out to him or myself and we will get you lined up. If you're looking to do a show and you need someone to help, he helps me find my guests. He helps me with my introduction. He does the the Q&Q thing, and he does a lot for me. And y'all, he's good at what he does. So let's just, like if you want to be on, just, hit him up, hit him with the fave either way. You can go if you want, like, to put a stream on in the background where it just has good music and you want to put the phone down and not worry about missing anything, just throw on Jay's stream. He's always got good music. And that sounded bad as I said it in my head. He does the computer background. So he's there to talk to, and you can still do stuff. So you have your earbuds, you can still talk, but you're not like with me. You never know what I'm going to do, if I'm going to stand up and have to do a wiggle, or Lord knows what you're going to have to make me do in my stream. Okay. Just to clarify that, Jay, you know what I mean? Like does that make sense? Oh God, that sounded bad in my head when I said it. I was like, wait, that sounded not right. But all right. Anyways, so you guys, today's Q&Q. We actually had to have Chad do some research to help me learn to pronounce this word because I had just a hard time. Turns out it's chasm. So if you don't place your foot on the rope, you'll never cross the chasm. A chasm is a fissure in the earth. Okay, it's a line. So then my question is, what challenging act terrifies you? He thought that said AOT. It was funny. We spent 15 minutes trying to figure out what he meant. When I pulled out the card, it said act. We were dying. It was funny. And then Chad comes back and he's still working on it like 20 minutes later. So what challenging act terrifies you? Online dating. Yes. See, that's me too. What are you trying? Anything new? Even little new things like new foods? That's not terrifying. First dates are terrifying. Hello, everybody coming in. Welcome to Lessons Learned. I can't wait to get Jarnell in the box. Yes, dating in general, says Marie. Why do I do that? Mary's with the Y, Marie's with an IE. Why? Why does the English... I can't even speak. I'm done. Jarnell, will you get in the box? I'm done. I'm over it. My God. Anyways, you guys get the point. I'm going to let Jarnell in the box. I'm going to let him tell you what he wants to talk about because apparently my speaking needs to come to a pause for a few minutes. Jarnell, I'm letting you in, bud. Here you come.
Hello.
Hi, honey. How are you?
First of all, I wanted to say thank you for being on the show. Thank you for Emoji J for hitting me up. Also, I understand why your name is Silly Lily now. I understand why. So, and by the way, I saw AOT. Maybe I'm just blind.
No, when he showed it to me in the image, it did, and that's why I was like, and so when he actually was reading it, I didn't even put that was my question, right? Like I was like, why is he asking me this? And then when he's like, let me show you, then he kept going, don't you see it? Don't you see? I'm like, see what? And then I grabbed the card and I was like, that says act.
Yeah.
We spent so much time on AOT to find out it was act. So yeah, that was interesting. Fun. But all right, so tell us what we're going to be discussing today.
Today we're going to be discussing not expecting the you from others.
Okay. Now
Do not.
explain that a little bit for these guys.
So what I mean by that is that whatever you feel like that, whatever your aspects is, whatever your expectations is for yourself, you cannot expect that from somebody else that you're entrusting. Thank you for that, because that was good. Like, you cannot expect yourself from somebody else, because what you would do, somebody else would not do. And I had to learn that. And that was something that's still a hard lesson that I'm facing today. So this is not a lesson learned. This is a lesson learning. Like, I'm definitely still learning this, because I continue to expect myself out of other people, and I want to be able to. I got to be able to stop that. I got to stop that, because once we ever, like, one thing, like, and listen to me close to everybody, because this is really something that I had to really learn, is that when you expect yourself out of somebody else, your feelings get hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Your hopes get destroyed. Your self-esteem, it might fluctuate, but that's something that you have to work on for yourself. Like I said, I'm still learning this, because I keep getting my hopes up when I think, okay, they wouldn't do me like this. But guess what? They did me like this, and it threw me for a loop.
Yeah. So I totally agree. I think that, and I do believe I'm a little bit older. I didn't look at your age. But even at 41, I still struggle with that, because just for me, okay, like, my grandfather instilled in me a work ethic where if you're gonna do it, you give it 110%. I don't care what it is you do. If you ever want to move to the next step, you have to give it your all the time, always, So when I'm at work, I'm busting my butt. I'm making sure that I'm getting stuff done. I'm keeping up on the cleanup so it doesn't get overwhelmed. You know what I mean? I do home remodeling, so it's a lot of, so, but I work with these guys, and it's like, I have to understand that if I'm going to do cleanup so that it doesn't get dragged through the house for myself, I'm going to have to do it for everybody, or I have to deal with the mess till later on, right? Because I can't expect them to want to upkeep the way that I do, especially knowing that, I'm probably OCD with it, but it makes it way easier at the end of the day, right? So it's, and then, and in relationships, it's even harder, right? Like, it's
that one right there, because, like, I didn't want to go to the relationship perspective of that. I'm just talking about that could be family, friends, whatever.
anything.
But, like, once we go into, like, relationships, and you can't expect you from your significant other, that's like, why am I even here? Like, if I'm doing something that they're not gonna do for me, like, you know what I'm saying? And it's not even just like I'm expecting it back. It's just me showing love. But then at the time when I need that love shown back, are you going to be able to give it to me? And when you're not able to give it to me, I'm like, dang, okay, cool. Like, I don't know how this is going. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how this is going to work, because, like, I'm providing something that you can't provide for me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm not,
Oh, go ahead.
And it's not even about materialistic things that I'm talking about. I'm talking about love, support. I'm talking about comforting. I'm talking about, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm talking about things that makes a person their personality, because money, houses, cars don't make your personality. Your heart, your mindset. You know what I'm saying? Exactly the way you communicate.
Yes.
So you, like, it's just that. But also, like, one thing I had to learn while learning, so it's like different lessons that makes one big lesson. So how you in school, right? And you have this major, like, curriculum or this major, like, subject that you're working on in school, but then there's also many things that you have to learn in order for you to get the big picture of the whole subject, right? So for me, one thing is, and listen to me closely, is you have to heal from whatever your past may be. You have to heal first, so that way you could be able to continue to be like, okay, I cannot be able to expect myself. from somebody else, because they don't have my personality. They don't have my traits. They don't have my mindset. They don't have my communication. They don't have my vision that I'm trying to go forth in. So with me to like expect that, knowing that I'm setting a high standard for myself, and some people can't even meet that. You know what I'm saying? Some people can't meet that. So
They can't. But at the same time, like, if you can give it, why don't you deserve it, right?
exactly.
And that there lies that lesson on boundaries, right? And I think something I want all of you guys to hear too, guys and girls, don't start doing something for your partner in a relationship if it's not something you're willing to do for like ever, because that's part of that communication kind of thing, you know, like, and it could be something as simple that could throw like a woman's whole, like a woman looks like, okay, most women that I know anyways, we really truly appreciate the little things more than most, and it's that Keurig cup and the cup under the thing, so all I gotta do is walk down and put the lid down, or it's the extra eggs that are on the stove, you know what I mean, or it's the dinner in the microwave when I come home. It's the little things, and that communicates that you care, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden that stuff stops.
Yeah, because look, I love taking care of my woman, okay? Because like you come home from a hard day work and I was off that day, guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go run you a hot bath. You know what I'm saying? Get you your drinks or whatever you like to do to relax, and put some music on for you. Come sit in the bathroom, talk to you. Like I like doing little things like that. But you know, like once like, and then if I come home from a long day at work and oh, your plate's in the microwave, I'm laying down, go to bed, good night. Like
Well, no, okay, life isn't perfect. We have busy days, you know what I mean?
yes,
There's
yes,
there's there's obviously, like, you know, you can't once it becomes I guess there's like a fine line, because it's almost like once someone expects it, it's no longer fun, you know, but
exactly, yeah.
also like I like I don't know, I am a small gestures person. Like if I like just like for my ex, I had to make my kids lunch every day, so I made his lunch while I made theirs, and then he didn't have to buy, you know what I mean? And every day that my kids packed a lunch, I packed one for him, but he knew if I didn't make one for them, he was gonna have to buy that day, you know what I mean? So but that's, I don't know, I guess that's a little off
Like
topic, but
like you said at the beginning of the show, we're not perfect. You know what I'm saying? Things we're not professionals at life. We are not. Start learning it.
always.
It's gonna get better. But like I said, I'm still learning it because I still relapse from it.
Yeah.
Crazy. Somebody's gonna get that. When you relapse from something, you're not completely done with doing that. So, but when until you get yourself into your self rehab
Yeah.
and take accountability for yourself and say, okay, I got to stop doing this. And when you stop doing this and and you see yourself not doing that anymore, you're gonna be like, wow, I see clear as day, like clear as day. So
Yeah. It's crazy how once you really learn to love yourself, it changes your perspective on so many things. And I know I can't say bad words on here, but like once you realize how many, you know, craps you don't give, you know, or you don't need to give, like it takes away so many stresses, you know, like when I was younger, I stressed so many things that now I look back, I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe I wasted so many hours worrying about that stuff, you know?
mhm.
So hello, hello. But if you guys are just tuning in, this is Jarnell, and we are talking about how you can't really expect yourself out of other people, be it a workplace, a relationship, friends, you know, neighbors, whatever, any relationship. And of course, me per usual, take it off topic a little bit, and we kind of went here and there with it. But you know, we always make our way back on track. So if you guys have not done so, please make sure you're favoriting Jarnell, and
Thank you.
thank you for being here. So what do you think, is there any was there any one specific moment where you were like, okay, like where this lesson really kicked in for you? Was there any one experience where you were like, okay, I can't. I sometimes I wonder what it takes for some people to realize certain lessons, because I know it took me a lot to learn a lot of lessons.
Yes. Without giving like very, very full details, but I went through a period in my life like last year that I needed somewhere to go. Now, before I needed somewhere to go, I had my own. This person needed somewhere to go, and I said, I'm not gonna say take her in, but I basically told her to, like, I opened my arms. I'm gonna say it like that. I opened my arms and said, "Come on, let's go." You know what I'm saying? I treated her with, with all kinds of respect. I made sure that she was comfortable. I made sure that whatever she needed, like, it was there. It was, just placed and things like that. Now, over time, like, as things like, especially the pandemic was definitely a downfall. You know what I'm saying? So, like, when I needed that same, you know what I'm saying, I just needed that same open arms. It was like I got treated with so much disrespect when I did need that help at that time.
Right.
And the way I was getting talked to, the way I was getting treated, it was just like, the way the text messages was rolling to me, I was like, yo, this is not it, because I would have never did that. I didn't do that to you. You know what I'm saying? I made sure you was comfortable, and the fact that you're making it uncomfortable for me when I'm in my situation, but I made it comfortable for you when you was in your situation. It tells me a lot about how you didn't really care for me the way I thought you cared for me.
Right.
And so I expected myself. I'm like, okay, you know what? She told me that, she'll be there, you know what I'm saying? This, and this. And then I expected that, and I'm expecting the same treatment that I gave you, but I didn't get that back. You know what I'm saying? That kind of hurt, because you're supposed to be my close friend, and I did not get that back,
Yeah. It oh God, I've been there, where you give and give and give, and when you really, really need something and you finally ask for it and they're like, meh, and you're like, wait, what? So yeah, I get that. I get that. So yeah, I don't know. Is there anything else you want to add to it?
Yeah, just, for everybody who's coming in who's really struggling with it, I don't know who's really struggling with, yo, I'm expecting for somebody else to treat me the way I'm treated. And by the way, that's so funny. I just said that. The golden rule is not effective in adult life. Just going to tell
Treat
y'all
others
that.
how you want to be treated.
Exactly. And this is why that's connecting. And I didn't think about that until
But it's
just
not.
now.
Listen, it's not. It's not that it doesn't mean something. It's just that as adults, like, okay, say, like, as children, you have like your rules of thumb. You're innocent and you're honest and you're not. Okay, aside from toys and candy, you're not greedy humans. These kids
Right.
are taught to be greedy. Okay, so like as an adult, there's just some people that, and for me, I'm sorry, I guilt riddens me if I do things that are bad for other people to better myself or whatever. Like, I can't, my conscience doesn't let me get away with that. So I'm not one of them, but I know plenty of people who have taken advantage of plenty of situations just to put themselves a step further. And that's not, ugh, ugh.
Yeah.
Stop doing that. Stop it, people.
Yeah, just make sure, if you really are struggling with, expecting you from other people, just make sure you really be watchful for that. I'm not going to say careful, but be watchful, because sometimes that if we be careful, we're not going to see what we need to see. But if we be watchful, we can be able to view everything. So yeah, but that's my spin on it. I'm just
All right, and that kind of falls in that too. I think a lot of times, too many people nowadays, they listen to respond, not to understand, and that seems to like affect a lot of things. So all right, so tell me, when can we find you streaming? Is your IG, Snap, any of that?
yes, Kitty is already to beat y'all to it. She's already followed me on Instagram. So But like, so I do come over here and stream randomly. You just have to catch me, fave me. I also do I do a lot of promos for other shows on my Instagram. So like, even if you don't see me put anything for me, I'm always posting on my stories for somebody else. So there's more people that you can reach out and connect to. So yeah, I really don't have a streaming schedule at the moment. Just you have to just catch me when you catch me. Okay, scroll all the way down your list and look for me at the bottom.
Right? Yes, you know what? I do that like 2-3 times a week. I purposely scroll all the way to the bottom of my favorites and work my way up so that I can get the people I haven't seen in a bit. So,
Yeah.
but all right, well, Jarnell, thank you for hopping on. Thank you for
Y'all.
sharing the
Appreciate
lesson with
everybody.
us. Appreciate you, and hopefully we'll chat more soon another time.
Yes.
But you guys, thank you. This is, again, my daughter painted my nails. I'm fully well aware they look like hell in a handbag, okay? All right? Let's just not talk about it anymore. Every time they go across the screen, I'm like, yeah. Like, it makes me cringe. But she insisted, who was I to argue? Because that meant she had to at least spend that 5 to 10 minutes with me, correct? So I at least got that time. Oh, God, they're bad. I can see them. I can see them on the screen from here. She's 11. But she's not been a girly girl, so this is the first time she's ever painted someone else's nails. You know what I mean? She'll get better. We're gonna practice. I'll wipe it off. Well, she knows it's gonna get ruined at work today. I did tell her that. I do home remodeling. I can't. But so we'll wipe it off and she can practice again tonight. But I think we're gonna pick a different color, a more subtle color. Okay, so self-care question number 1 that I like to ask every week is, what have you done for yourself today? You guys, what have you done for yourself today? Exactly. That's why that's why it's there. That's why I'm smiling and dealing with them. Drinking water is amazing. Everybody should start and end their day with half a bottle of water. Thank you for the gifts, everybody. Thank you for all the favorites. I appreciate all of you for all of them. It means the world to me. Ooh, lattes are delicious. Free Guys is the gym. Nothing yet. You slept until 8. Coffee. Oh my Lanta. It's still early for you. Yeah, it is. For me, it's almost lunchtime. You took time off. That's amazing. I don't get pedicures. People can't touch my feet because I'm, don't touch my feet. Okay, y'all? No. I've got one pedicure and it was the roughest hour of my life. Literally the hardest hour of my life. I had to let them touch my feet to do my toes, right? Anyways, okay, so self-care. Go outside into nature, okay? Go outside into nature. This is something that I've fairly recently realized in life that I completely adore. I had no idea that I was going to enjoy throwing a backpack on my back, a couple bottles of water and some snacks, and just going for freaking hours. I mean, all day. My first couple of long hikes, and literally was 10 miles and 8.5 miles, 12 miles and 8.5 miles, whatever it was. Like, well, okay, all right, well, okay, fine, you guys, all right, fine. If you live where it snows, I get it. In the winter, it stinks, okay? But just prepare yourself and buy stuff for your future and adventures into the wilderness, right? Oh, Luna, you're crazy. That cold white stuff outside, no thank you. However, you guys, oh my Lanta, Luna, okay, fine, even though we're in my show and I probably shouldn't do that. Oh, that wasn't it. Oh God, it keeps moving. Your skin. Okay. All right. So look, I don't like the snow, but I did say, because there was this place that does inner tubes and you fly down the hill in an inner tube. And I was like, I could totally carry an inner tube off of that. Like, I don't want to carry the sled. That thing's heavy as heck, right? But I was like, I can totally carry an inner tube. So I think we're going to do inner tubing this year when it snows. I'm going to buy a heated jacket. I'm going to buy buy all kinds of stuff to keep me warm. And then, and like, yeah, so but I think it's going to be awesome. So get out into nature. In the summertime or in the winter, if you live somewhere where the water doesn't freeze. I don't know if you guys are like aware of this, but water is actually really good. We need to see water. We need to just be around it. Water is amazing. In my opinion. Again, this is like my thing, you know. These are things that make me happy. Okay, get your body moving. Again, that goes with the hiking, with being with nature. Or if you can't get out, at least be active. Find a yoga routine that you like. Get a treadmill. Walk during your favorite show for that hour instead of sitting on the couch eating the bonbons like Peg Bundy, right? You know, like actually, you know, listen, I know bonbons are delicious, but it doesn't matter. Okay. Okay, we're good. All right, good. Oh my God, don't do that to me. Don't do that to me. All right, so we're at what time? 10:32. So we've got about 3 to 5 minutes or so. Allie, before I have you in the box, okay? When was the last time that you guys cooked a new dish? When was the last time you guys made something that you've never made before? I got to be honest with you guys too, and this sucks. I'm not excited to be honest with this one. 2 days ago, nice. Every day, Taryn, you don't make something brand new every day, you crazy man. About a year ago. Okay, so I had never made homemade gravy from my beef roast. Now I've made turkey gravy, okay, but I'd never made gravy with roast. And I used cornstarch, not flour, but I didn't have cornstarch. Well, I didn't realize that the flour really thickened up and I did too much flour. So then I had watered it down. It didn't work. Luckily, the roast was still good, but the gravy really stunk. It was awful. I didn't like it. I had to finish it all off. I had to add so many seasonings to it to finish it off. But it's all gone. I ate all that. All right. So another self-care tip is just try something new. I don't care. Make a new dessert. Even if it's fun, it doesn't have to be like egg noodles. Ooh, I like egg noodles. I am still stuck on the gravy chat. It was awful. It ruined the whole roast. The gravy ruined the whole roast. I mean, don't get me wrong. My roast, the meat was still good and tender and tasty, but you have to add the gravy, and I killed the gravy. So now I have to make another roast, which costed like $40, just so that I can try this gravy over again. So if anybody wants to come over in the next couple weeks, I will be making another pot roast if you'd like to help me eat it. All right. I now have questions, guys. I have questions. What makes you the happiest? Right, Daniel? You have to take out a loan to have a good dinner. What makes you the happiest? Your swords, animals, music, being outside, your stream, music, new batteries. Get the rechargeable. It's cheaper. I can't keep up with all the comments. Traveling, petting the cats, helping people with computers. I can't say that on my stream. Oh, family game night, friendship. Yes, yes. Okay, helping people with disabilities. Oh, my Lantoff. Sweatpants. We're just gonna leave that at sweatpants. I love sweatpants too. Aw, thank you, Solo. Oh man, laying in tall grass makes me itchy. You're crazy. I got all to give me these shivers. I know. It got me right away. Simply Sweet road trips, yes. Why was It's so dramatic. That was so dramatic on my twitchy end there. Oh, my Lanta. Okay. You guys, we are all about not staying on topic today, for the love of baby Jesus. Okay. Question number 2. Ooh. What are you putting off today? I know what I'm putting off. I'm not going to admit it on my show, though. Okay, fine. I still have to turn my LLC in. Life, cleaning, sleep, being productive, shopping. Ooh, you want to take me shopping? I'm going to spend your money, though. I'm kidding. Mowing, you can't mow. It's snow outside. The post office. Oh, I hate going to the post office. Anybody else ever out? Like every time you go to the post office, it's like a guaranteed 2-hour wait. Okay, I may be exaggerating a little bit, but we're talking at least 20, 30, 40 minutes on the regular. And of course, because the post office is so ever-loving small this time of year, you're standing outside freezing your knees off. Yeah, stupid post office. Thank you, Amazon, by the way. And for the delivery box things that are outside the post box, I try not to deliver stuff. I'll go to UPS sometimes before I go to the post office. Oh, and I guess while I have you guys here right now in the middle of this segment, I've got approximately 30 Christmas cards left to send. So if you go ahead into my IG and you send me your address, I will send you a Christmas card, but it's up to the next 30 people. If you're uncomfortable giving me your address, that's okay. I'll have some type of electronic one. If you will figure it out, I'll have someone make me an electronic Christmas card. Well, Liz, all we ever get in the mail is bills anymore, or things that tell you negative stuff, or things that want more money, or they want to sell you something for more money. So why not just get a card that says hi and I love you and you're amazing? So if you want one and you're comfortable giving your address or PO box, just let me know. If not, I totally understand. There's a lot of creepers in the world. I get it. Okay, last question before we get Allie in the box here. Is there any negativity that you can cut out of your life? Now stop and think for a minute. Stop and think. Because even just like that person at work that's always negative, yeah, you got to deal with them. But can you just kind of Kiwi says, I already did. Yeah, see? So I really feel like a lot of us get stuck in this we don't deserve better, or we can't do better, or this is tolerable mentalities, maybe a better way to put that. We tolerate it. Let me put it that way, because none of us really enjoy it or whatever. We tolerate so much, the self-doubt there. Yes, good. That's exactly where I was going. But it's wait, who? Oh, all right. See, this is why I usually turn comments off. Okay, so yeah. Cutting negative people out. I've done it recently, and it's been really, really hard. Because I've had to cut out family. But you want to know what is worse than sitting here in my apartment alone? Sitting in the middle of a family gathering and being alone. I'd rather be here. When you're not welcome, you're not welcome. And that's fine. I'm not everybody's cup of tea. I've made my fair share of mistakes in life. I will promise you all that. Okay. So it's to each his own. Okay. I mean, I've not done I've not done anything really bad. I don't, but my family is tries to pretend like they're very by the books and they did everything the right way, even though they have not, and I had kids before marriage, and I still have 2 kids, and I'm still not married. I'm starting my own business, which is stupid, it's one of those. So instead of hearing how everything I've done is wrong, I just don't associate. Now, if they call me, I'll answer the phone or I'll answer a text message. but they don't call and check in, so you don't have to worry about it, you know? Like, well, you guys can come visit me after the show and we will get into that. I'm pretty sure I can get in trouble for advertising that or something somehow on a featured show. You know what I mean? All right, Allie, you ready? We're going to get her in the box and let her tell you what we have going on. Well, okay, so I love how I did things 10 years ago and I've stopped doing them. And now my sisters do the things that I used to do, but because they have never been in trouble doing the things that I did, it's okay for them to do it. But when I did it, it was terrible. You know what I mean? Like drinking, for example. We'll throw it out there. I used to drink a lot, all the time. It was bad. So I don't now. I drink occasionally, if very rarely stop. But at every event, every time I see them, they're wasted, right? But we still talk about what I did 10 years ago, 15 years ago, 20 years ago. What about what you're doing now, you know? So when they're my point of this, guys, is if people refuse to accept that you've changed, or they refuse to help enable you to be a better person, if they want to constantly remind you of who you used to be, ew, it's snowing. If they're constantly reminding you of who you used to be instead of getting to know who you've become now, then it's not worth it. All right, I'm letting you in the box. You want to come take all of it. I'm going to hit the box. Here we go. Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing wonderful. First, thank you so much for being here.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Yes. And second, let everybody know what we're going to be talking about, and you can go from there.
Well, the main thing that I wanted to kind of touch on was don't stop doing something that you're passionate about for someone that you care about.
Yeah, I agree.
So like, don't, for me, like I was in a relationship with someone for 3.5 years, and they said that whenever I did music, it gave them a headache. And like I sing, I play piano, I've been getting into producing my own music, and for 3 years of that relationship, I didn't do anything music wise because it didn't align with what he wanted. And so it was just,
I don't like that very much.
No, it honestly, it destroyed me for a bit.
Yeah, it does, right? Like it's when you have an outlet and somebody doesn't accept that, then I would have to, I mean, again, I had to learn this the hard way too, like you know, years with somebody, and you kind of lose part of yourself in that process. And
yeah,
I guess it's amazing when we find ourselves again, but for those of you that have never stopped doing what you love, never ever stop doing what you love because somebody else doesn't like it. If they don't accept you and everything you do, maybe they're not the one for you.
Yeah, exactly. Unless like you want the person that you're with to encourage you to do things that you're passionate about and that make you happy. Yeah. You don't want them to take that away.
Exactly. Okay. Here's an example. My daughter. Lord help me. I hope this face passes soon. But she is all into singing, and she is as tone deaf as her mother, okay? So I am to listen to this girl belch at the top of her lungs as she sits in her bedroom to God knows what new age crap that I have, you know? And she says, Mom, did you like that last song? And you got to go, yeah, it's great, baby. Please stop, you know?
Yeah. Like, if it makes you happy, then continue. But like, ooh.
Oh God. But yeah, I mean, but at the end of the day, if somebody that you love enjoys doing something, it's super important to support that. Just because if you like, think about your favorite activity, think about the thing that you guys love doing the most. whether it's music or walking on the beach. And all of a sudden, okay, for those of you guys that think I'm a nice person, are you ready for what I would do? I'd say you can't do your favorite thing no more. You tell me to F right on off, I bet.
Now, absolutely. I've definitely like I
You
learned
know?
from that situation because it was like it's not the kind of pain that anybody should feel.
No,
No.
I agree. So yeah, I fully believe in supporting people. Your friends, you know, sometimes maybe make schedules, you know, like if it's with your kids especially, you know, the neighbor's kid naps at this time, so you have to practice from this time to this time. Ironically, you're not home, you're grocery shopping that time. You see what I mean? So you find ways to make it work. Now, as an adult, you know, if you love them and they're into it, then you just you like it, even if they're not the best at it. And there's some songs I admit I'll catch myself out here singing with her. You know, I'll be like, "Get it, kid, get it," you know. But then she tries to do that like Mariah Carey stuff. That's where I'm like,
Ooh.
you start doing this, you're like twitching, but you're yelling, "Get it, girl!" Because what are you gonna do? You know, if
Yeah,
she shuts
exactly.
down, she's gonna stop doing something that makes her happy. And who am I to ruin that for her? Who are any of us to ruin that for anybody?
Exactly.
I mean, I sing in the shower. I'm pretty sure I give her a headache then, you know, because she'll go, "Mom, that song again."
I'd be like, yeah, well, yeah, why not? It makes me happy. There's still some dopamine left in it.
Right, right. No, she's my daughter. She's a good kid. She's learning the flute this year too. So that's sometimes. Luckily, the flute's not a aggressive instrument.
No.
I don't know that my apartment complex would enjoy a trumpet or a tuba or something, you know. So
Or
I'm
drums.
thankful. I'm very thankful, right? Well, the drums at least they've got them. My son did drums. And you and I found because oh God, this again compromise, okay? But they had pads where you hit it and you can hear the beat, but it doesn't bang to blang your ears to death all day long. So you have to listen to the like this all day. This is what I listened to all day for about 3 years. Everywhere I went, different. I mean, everything. Oh, to the point to where like it was rough, but that was better than listening to the heavy banging and the actual drums, right? Which he did have and he could practice, but as much as he liked to play, there's no way that I could have lived my life without that compromise, you know? What do you think? Do you think there's any other like things that you've been through that have helped you realize outside of just the one situation?
That's the main one. But even I guess another one is like if you're like on it, another thing is like don't compromise on your love languages either.
Yes.
So like if you're a super like touchy-feely affectionate person and you're with someone that pushes you away every time you go in to kiss their cheek or every time you go in to give them a hug even, that does the same kind of damage because it's like it gives me joy and it like fulfills me.
Right.
And I'm being deprived of it.
Right. Yeah, I'm big. I like cuddling, but also sometimes don't touch me. So I guess it depends on my mood.
Like I'm a
You
touchy
know?
feely person. I like hugs, but if I'm like having a panic attack or something, do not touch me. If I'm super stressed out, give me a chance to like calm down a bit first. But still, like again, like just don't change who you are for someone because the right person, or not even the right person, but just like someone that respects you will love you for who you are.
Well, when you are 100% unapologetically yourself, nobody can get mad at you for anything. And you know, because a lot of times you meet somebody and they do what they can to impress you, so they alter or they change themselves a little bit, right? And then to adapt to something, you know. Well, maybe let's say it's a hobby, okay? Let's say that Allie really likes stamps, And I could give two craps, but Allie's cute. So I'm going to pretend like I like stamps too. Well, eventually I'm going to get tired of going to these stamp things. She's going to realize I really don't care about these stamps. And I've now lied to her. I've now started what could have been a decent relationship off on lies. Whereas I could have just been like, hey, Allie, you're cute. You like stamps? That's cool. You want to go grab coffee instead? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, exactly.
like, it's something so basic like that you guys don't understand. It's a lie. I don't care how minor it is. And then you don't understand why your friendships and your relationships aren't working out because you're not being honest even with yourself.
Yeah.
You know? And so, yeah, being true to yourself, doing the things that make you happy. Remember, you're the only person at the end of the day that can make yourself happy. You're the only person responsible for that. It is nobody else's job to make you happy. If they happen to come along and they make you happy, that's a bonus, ladies and gents. That's a bonus. Because if you can't make yourself happy, who's going to be happy around you?
You want people to
No.
add to your happiness, not create it.
Yep. Well, like you compromise to go to each other's things, but like if she thinks I'm all about the stamps, she's gonna plan all these stamp things thinking we both enjoy the stamps. But if I'm like, yeah, stamps are cool, but like I don't know, you want to go on a hike? And she'll be like, oh, well, I guess it's okay. Well, why don't we do the stamp this week thing? I got this thing, you know, and then next week we can go hiking. You said you had that spot you wanted to try out, right? And you compromise.
Yeah.
It's a give and
But
take.
it can't be one-sided compromise either.
And you can't lie about it. You got to be honest with these people that you meet from the front. Otherwise, it's just a lot. It's already a lost cause. If you started off on a lie, it's already over.
Yeah.
I don't care how minor the lie is. I don't care how minor the lie is. If it's one-sided, there was no compromise. Exactly.
That's a good point, actually.
Yeah. So if you guys are just tuning in, we had Jarnell on first, and Jarnell talked about how you cannot expect what you do for others to be done for you from others. You can't expect yourself in others. That's how we put it. And we have Allie here now, and we're talking about how you cannot lose who you are or stop doing the things that you love to try to get somebody's attention. Because I promise you, if you stay, like I tell my daughter all the time, if you are 100% unapologetically yourself and you stay true to who you want to be, the right people are going to find you. Yeah. But it's going to take a little longer because people are afraid of people who are confident, and people are afraid, especially of children who already know who they are. You know, that scares people. You know, my daughter's teacher says, I can't believe at 11 years old, your daughter is so much more confident in who she is and what she wants out of life than most adults I know. And I said, thank you. That was the best compliment I have ever received in my 41 years on this earth.
You're no kidding.
You know, and oh God, she's so sassy, just like me. I'm screwed though. I'm in so much trouble. Y'all say a little prayer for me and my daughter. Hope we come out of these teen years alive, both of us.
I'll cross all my fingers for you.
Right? Cross your fingers, your toes, your legs, your arms, your hairs. I don't even know.
Yeah. I think it'll be fun though, and it's all a process, and it's a part of the journey, and it's the little things that need to be appreciated.
Yeah, it really is, and that's what I tell her too. You know, like and I think she's starting to see them now because I've had to test her a lot because she's been real stuck up and snotty lately. So mom's had to be like, oh, you want to play this game? Okay. So I just stopped doing some of the little things that I did. And she's like, well, Mom, where's this? Well, it's always here. Yeah, because I go in your room and find it and make sure it's there in the morning. But if you're going to yell at me every morning, why am I going to go in there and find this stuff for you? You can figure it out. If you don't want to do it at night before, you can run around panicked in the morning. You know, it's not my job to do this stuff. So she's like seeing like, oh, okay, maybe mom does do more for me than I think. You know, like where you think that it just appears in the living room from your bedroom, like there's some type of elf that comes in the house at night and just,
Like the magic laundry hamper that gets like emptied every day.
Yours gets emptied?
No.
How do you do it? Mine gets filled every day.
No, mine definitely
Oh.
no. I'm lucky if I hang my clothes up, to be honest.
I'm with you, girl. I hit the rock. Mine hang on the back of this chair for a couple days or the back of the chair in my bedroom. But at least they don't get wrinkly. So that's
Exactly.
I take pride in that I don't have wrinkly clothes. It doesn't matter where I pulled them from, they're not wrinkled.
Yeah.
That ain't good enough
Right.
excuse. All right. So you guys, again, if you're just tuning in, this is Allie, and we just got done talking about how you can't lose yourself. You can't give up things that you love for anybody for any reason ever. Like you need to stay true to who you are and do the things that you love if you really want these good things to, you know, if you want your people to find you and to truly love you for who you are, you need to show them who you are and introduce them to the things that you love. And it'll actually work out really well in the end, I promise. But that being said, is there anything else that you want to throw in here before I have you talk about yourself?
I don't think so, to be honest. It's just don't compromise who you are. Unless it's for like self-improvement. Like if you're wanting to work on yourself, then by all means, but like don't get rid of things that add to your life.
I like that a lot. That was a good ending. Okay, so now when do you stream? What are we going to find in your stream? Can we get your IG, Snapchat? Where can we find that? All that happy stuff.
I don't stream at a specific time, but I try to go live every day. Right now I'm kind of in between jobs, so I'm spending a lot more time live streaming. And I do music stuff for the most part. Either I'm listening to music or I'm like working on music or singing or chatting with people. I try and create a positive and like safe environment in my stream. And
okay, so you like singing?
Yeah.
Okay, I gotta talk to you after this. I have somebody I want to introduce you to. They do a singing thing on Sundays. That seems pretty fun. Last time they did it, so I'll introduce you to through IG.
Sounds good. Yeah, and then my Instagram is at Allie Minot, same as like my name here. And I actually have 3 of my own songs released on like Spotify, iTunes, YouTube, all the places under Allie Minot as well.
So. I didn't know that part. I knew in your profile that you sang and stuff. I didn't. That is awesome. Okay, well I'm gonna have to go on the search for that. That's awesome. I love music. I'm a terrible singer. I might pick the saxophone back up. I played that. I played that in middle school in my freshman and sophomore year, but then I quit. But
I'm kind of jealous.
I keep seeing them for pretty cheap. I'm waiting to find a decent one for like around $250, and I'm gonna have to like get it, I think.
Oh, definitely do it.
But
I would even debate it, and I've never picked up a saxophone in my life.
I loved playing. I was second chair. I never could get first chair, but to be fair, he went on to be a music something instructor of a college, so I had no chance. I had no chance anyways. But had he been in another school, I could have had first chair in high school. No, I actually loved playing with him. He made me so much better. You know, because I'd go and I'd practice, and if I couldn't get it, he'd show me and he'd work with me until I got it. But I am gonna have to pick that back up. We'll see what happens.
I think so.
But
especially if it makes you happy.
It did. I did. I enjoyed playing. We'll have to see. I don't know. I'm not gonna get my hopes up. We'll see. That's a whole other show. But you guys, if you haven't favorited Allie already, please do so. If there's nothing else you want to add, you can go ahead and exit yourself. Thank you again so much.
For having me.
Thank you. You guys, today was great. See, I told you both of these topics were awesome. Thank you. So yeah, if you guys are interested in being on here, if there's a lesson life taught you, reach out to Emoji J, let him know. We are now going to do my quote and question. If any of you are free tonight at 6:25 p.m., I would forever be grateful if you could spam my infinity symbol and that strong arm. I am in a auction. I don't need the diamonds. I love when I do them and all I see are my emojis. So please come spam the emojis. Let's have fun. We're gonna have some music and dancing afterwards. And which one did I want to pick? I feel like this fits in right here. I felt 0, 0. Who calls you from a 0, 0, 0, 0, 0? So it's the infinity symbol and the strong arm. It's, yes, those two together. The one that Foxy has is what it is. And it symbolizes forever stronger together. Okay, so you guys, we're not going to answer this right now. I'm just going to read it. And then we answer this next Friday. We will meet back here at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And by 10:08, we will be responding to this. So this one says, all life is an experiment. The more experiments you make, the better. What if they are a little coarse and you may get your coat soiled or torn? What if you do fail and get fairly rolled in the dirt once or twice? Up again, you shall never more be so afraid of a tumble. What would you attempt? What would you attempt if you knew you couldn't fail? Don't answer it right now. Don't answer this. Okay, screenshot it if you want. Okay. All life is an experiment. The more experiments you make, the better. What if they are a little coarse and you may get your coat soiled or torn? What if you do fail and get fairly rolling in the dirt once or twice? Up again, you shall never more be so afraid of a tumble. What would you attempt if you knew you couldn't fail? Answer this next week, you guys. But that being said, hopefully I see y'all at 6:25 p.m. this evening. But remember, I love you. I believe in you. And never, ever give up on your dreams. I'll see you guys later. I got to go to work. For those of you guys that are usually with me when I hop back on, I'm going to work for 4 hours. So y'all know where to find me. All right, guys. I'll see you here next week. Otherwise, I'll see you this evening on the regular streams. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Love you guys. Bye.